All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this fabulous episode of Campfire. Number 42. I'm here with my good man, Drew. Hey, Drew, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Ludo?
I'm doing fantastically well. Thank you. We have
Nice.
some music playing in the background,
Oh,
chilling. So,
yeah,
this is going
very
to be a
nice.
very chill stream.
Ooh.
We're waiting for the folks in the community, students, or anyone who's actually wondering about Nucamp to join. Ask your
Cool.
questions live because we're here just for answering questions. So if you're on YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on Facebook, if you have a keyboard, you can actually type your questions in the chat. We'll see them. Hey, Michael. Hey, Krista.
Hey, Michael. Hey, what's up?
Yes, chilling the stream right now. So ask your questions. Drew and I will do our best to answer it. We have some chill music going in the background. I hope
Ooh.
it's not too loud. Is it too loud? Tell me.
No, not for
No?
me.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, I wish I had some marshmallows and chocolate and some graham crackers.
Yeah, that's right.
Some
So if you don't have a keyboard, but you have a webcam and a camera, you can actually ask your question by following this link. And what that will do is pretty much it will bring you right where we are, Drew and I, and you'll be able to ask your questions live. So you can do that as well. That'll be fun.
please ask questions.
All right. So while we wait for folks to join and ask their questions,
Hmm?
um, I wanted to say a few things about today, and actually, especially Sunday and Monday, we have what we call the early bird. So, what is the early bird? It's not a bird that's out of the nest early. It's not. It's not what it is. Um, it's a term used in the industry to say you get a discount, not based on luck, not based on merit. I guess a little bit of merit just by registering early.
Mhm.
And so early means, so let me actually, I've prepared this. You see, I'm actually prepared. If you're thinking about registering for the backend with Python and SQL bootcamp, which is right here, hold on, there we go. So this one, you see that date, November 14th. Well, that's 2 weeks away from today, almost 2 weeks away from today, a few days give and take. And if you register to that one, the one on November 14th, by Monday, you're going to pay 385 five times. And if you register after Monday, you're going to pay $460 a month five times. So you don't want to do that. You want to register by Monday. You want to catch. Hey, Drew, you're typing in the wrong chat.
Oh, am I? Oh, oops.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Can
That's
you
for
type
us.
in the
Oh,
main chat?
okay. Yeah.
No?
No, I should be able to. I should be able to.
Can you see it?
Um,
Is it allowing you to type in the correct chat? I don't know. So yeah, so that's kind of the news. We have a bunch of stuff though that's available for anyone who has financial challenges or has any kind of heartburn. We're trying to do a lot with scholarships.
Mhm.
Let me actually share that. And we're gonna have some news around this, by the way. The news is we've awarded $200,000 of scholarships so far. That's 780 students
That's a
who
lot.
got a scholarship from us ever since we started scholarships, which is like a year and a half ago. We're pretty happy about that. We're gonna communicate on that. But here's one I want to share with you because that one is really going fast, and that's actually our most popular scholarship, the New You Scholarship.
Mhm.
We have 100K in this one right now, and only 32,000 left. This scholarship is for anyone who has been declined access to a student loan, and God knows that's in the news right now.
Mhm.
What we've heard from our student loan providers is, given the state of the economy, given I'm going to switch off that audio. I think it's kind of distracting after a bit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, actually,
I was
seriously
enjoying
switching
it.
gears. I'm like, I'm
You could
trying
have
to.
just made it like
I feel like
just.
I'm picking at the pace of the sound. I'm speaking in rhythms and beats, and I'm doing bars. I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not good at that.
Ludo has bars. Ludo got bars.
Yeah. Um, but that's so. So let me get back to the point.
Okay.
It's pretty tough to get any type of loan right now. Student loan, consumption loan, interest rates are going through the roof. I mean, any loan provider is really paying attention to credit score, and when they used to maybe award a loan to lower credit scores, they don't do that anymore. They're kind of scared a little bit. And so that scholarship is super important because if you're in that situation where, damn, you thought you were going to qualify for the loan and you're not, um, you get back to us, you show us, that decline later, and you have access to that scholarship straight away. And so, and yeah, so now more than ever, actually, this one is a great one. Rescale America, that one is going fast as well. Um, in partnership with Career Karma, there's a laptop for someone who doesn't have one. It's kind of challenging. It's a little bit, you have to go through hoops to kind of get it, but it's available. Um, High school graduates, if you're really wondering about, hey, do I go to college or do I go to Nucamp? That one actually maybe to make the difference. And we've seen actually a few high schoolers joining, which is pretty cool. And then, needless to introduce the most recent one that we have with Google Cloud. Very fortunate to have this partnership with the Google team, and I think we've talked about it a lot. But let us get to the questions since I see that some people have joined now. Hey Arun, how do you like the fundamentals course so far? I'd love to know which week you're in, and I should probably know actually. Let's see. When did it start? Actually, I can't remember. You may be in the third or fourth week, third week, I guess, something like that. Do you know, Aaron? Do you know? Drew, do you know which week that will be? No.
I think the web development fundamentals just started last on the
Did it
on the
just 2 weeks
17th.
ago, maybe? Oh boy.
Yeah, maybe the 17th or the 10th. I'm not sure. I'm checking right now.
Well, let's see. November
Let's see.
7th. That would have been 5 weeks before that.
Hmm?
Okay,
So let's
hold
go
on, hold on.
see. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 3rd, October 3rd is when it started.
Okay, so you are. Oh, so yeah, you're almost done.
Hmm?
You're in the last week. Oh,
Oh, he
that
said
week
yeah.
is pretty fun.
Yes.
That week is quite fun. That's when you do the
Happy
you
face
actually do the
thing.
DOM manipulation, and you have to find the smiley that's missing. It's a lot of fun. It's actually crazy how much you can do with so little code. You're actually amazed by that usually. And then we have Drew Yop.
Hmm?
Uh, okay, you signed up for the November 7th complete software program, and I wanted to fit my schedule because I work full time. Well, that's a great. Congratulations for signing up. It's
Hmm?
a big commitment. It's a big deal. 11-month long. Yeah, that's
Yes,
huge.
yeah.
And part time, still part time, and you can really reschedule whenever you need. Arun asked the question. I would like to do the full stack front end course starting November 21st, but I have a couple of vacations which will make me miss a couple of weeks. How do I work around that? That's a great question. You want to give it a try, Drew?
Yeah. All right. So basically, since the course starts on November 21st, it looks like you still have a lot of time. Um, it's we do encourage students to treat the live Saturday workshops as if it were mandatory because you really miss out on the Nucamp experience with the guidance of your instructor and being able to collaborate with your classmates. I would definitely reach out to your instructor. Unfortunately, the live Saturday workshops are not recorded, for privacy reasons. But you are going to have to do just a little bit of extra work more than your classmates, since they may be able to attend the Saturday workshops and you won't be able to. But yeah, you definitely want to reach out to your instructor and also
Yeah.
your classmates and the general Slack channels as well.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're doing full stack, it's 22 weeks. A
Mhm.
couple is 2. So if you're missing 2 weeks out of 22, it's okay. That
Mhm.
works. It's it's rare when someone doesn't have something happening, a week or two during
Yeah.
that period of time. The assignment is mandatory. So you turning in the assignment is what's mandatory. So what's going to happen is those 2 weeks, you're going to have to work on the assignment outside of the Saturday session. Or maybe you have vacations, but you can still make the Saturday class, maybe, right? During your vacation,
Mhm.
for example.
And
Um,
also keep in mind that the boot camp actually, the difficulty level kind of is meant to like rise over a period of time. So if it's going to be at the very beginning, like at the very beginning of Bootstrap or React Native and the Node.js, um, that'll probably be fine. But if you're gonna miss like the second to the last or the last week, then um, it's gonna be quite a it's gonna be a little bit difficult.
yeah,
Just letting you
no,
know up front.
you're right. I mean, and actually, you're totally right. I would say if you're gonna miss the last 2 weeks of React, you don't want to do that. So actually, what you should be doing then is you're gonna do React. You're gonna miss the last 2 weeks, but then you're gonna do React again. You're gonna reschedule. It's actually one of the flexible options that we have is you can actually retake
Yeah.
something, and it just pushes you to the next cohort, which is 5 weeks later. But actually, you don't wait that long. You're gonna wait like 10 days before restarting. And
Mhm.
so that's what I will do. Like if it's like last 2 weeks of React, um, take your vacation, but then retake React.
Yeah.
All
Oof.
right, yeah, on week 4, that's right.
Enjoy.
And we have oh my god,
Avi. Hey,
Avi. There you go.
Avi. How's it going? We're excited for
Um,
you too, just so you know.
yeah. Yeah, Krista got a scholarship. I remember that. And we
Yes,
actually we can actually rethink. We thought the scholarship rules when Krista asked us, "Hey,"
exactly.
and the thing was, the way we were providing the scholarship was a refund on the monthly tuition. But then when you have actually a student loan with either Climb Credit or Ascend,
Ave.
there's no
Okay.
money for us to kind of refund that easily, right? So so the
Mhm.
process on our end was different, but there was no real reason for the scholarship to not be awarded. So we kind of bended our rules and our processes and make it work. So I'm pretty glad we were
Mhm.
able to do that. All right. So a ton of people are on the
Ooh,
stream right now who just signed up and
nice.
starting soon. That's awesome.
Yes,
Well, Christopher, you signed up before the early bird, which is awesome. Before the early bird ended, which is awesome, because you got the best deal, pretty much.
exactly.
Giop. So what happens during the weekday? Ah, yes, awesome. Do you want to take that one?
Of course, Ludo. So pretty much, the content is served on a on a weekly basis, from Sunday to Friday. You don't have to complete the entirety of the the content that is being served to you during that week. Um, it is very flexible. It's the most flexible part of the boot camp, so you could either do it part time or full time, and you can access it whenever you're free. All that you want to be thinking and keeping in mind is that you want to, prior to the live Saturday workshops, you want to have all those tasks, all those pre-recorded video lectures, and all of that stuff completed, just so that you're on the same page. And
Yeah. And don't cram everything on Friday night.
no, don't.
And you know
Don't do
what?
that. Don't
And,
do that.
and there's students that are still doing that. You
Yes.
don't want to do it too often. Actually, you never want to do it. If you have to do it, you do it once. Not, but that's a lot to internalize and assimilate on just one day. Um, and there's no start of a lesson during the week, and that's super important for us. That's actually a clear decision. And that's something that I've learned over the years teaching and doing online learning. The minute you set a time during the week, especially for a part-time program, any student who was not able to make that time is going to feel behind and is going to feel like they can't catch up because they missed that live time. And so there's no live schedule during the week. If it's video recordings, it's exercises. You have Slack, so you still engage with the community, your instructor live on Slack. But the only scheduled time is Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So there's that.
Exactly. That's the only part that isn't flexible out of the boot camp. Just those
That's
live
right.
Saturday workshops. Everything else is super flexible.
Oh yeah, you can
Nice.
you can listen in. I mean, we love when students can connect using the webcam. The
Mhm.
whole idea is to create a social learning environment, and the more you can see the other person, the more you create a bond with that person, the more you're gonna work together in groups, and things like that. But yeah, I mean, if you can't, you can still listen in and then do the homework afterwards. Oh, I think we just answered that one.
Yeah. Oh, but we pronounce his name Ave Ave. So we
Ave,
almost got
ave.
it right. We were
Oh yeah.
really close. We were really close.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep,
Oh,
there
hey,
it is.
that's great. So we see a lot of people asking questions. So please continue to ask your questions on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook. We're here for you.
Mhm.
We should introduce what you do, actually, Drew. So, Drew,
Oh,
what's your role at Nucamp?
I'm basically a new camp advisor. So pretty much what we're doing right now, live. I do it, in the background. Anytime you reach out to the info at newcamp.co inbox, every time you schedule a call, it's most likely going to be with me, my colleagues Francesca and Miles. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I do, and like I also try to help out with other aspects. Um, but yes,
Awesome.
that's mainly what I do. I try to help people and guide them to where
Be
they need to go.
helpful. That's kind of the mantra,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
Be helpful.
exactly. That's my middle name. No, I'm just kidding.
um, are there any plans to have a backend course in .NET?
Ooh.
It seems to be popular now. Well, so the short answer is no. Um, we have two backend frameworks already. We have Node.js in the full stack course, and JavaScript and MongoDB and Express. That's so we have one backend, and then we have the Python and SQL,
Mhm.
and so that's we have another backend language with that as well. .NET has always been popular in big corporations. I mean, for those of you who don't know, it's a language and a framework that has been developed by Microsoft. It's deemed proprietary compared to JavaScript or Node that are open source. Python the
Mhm.
same. .NET is a proprietary language and framework, like Java actually, which is owned by Oracle right now, and it's popular in many companies. The deal is, I mean, if you know Node.js, JavaScript, MongoDB, Express, Python, especially if you've done the complete software engineering. Well, I think Aaron actually did that. Who wasn't it you? Oh no, maybe no, it was someone else in the chat saying they signed up for the complete software engineering path. You'll have two backend. You will really know really well two backend frameworks, and so picking up .NET after that is not going to be too hard.
Wow, it's nice. It's a lot of questions. And also, feel free to click on the link. All you got to do is turn on your mic and your camera. Don't be shy. We don't bite. Um,
Oh yeah, that'll be
please,
fun.
yeah,
You'll
yeah,
be right here
please,
with us
exactly. Feel
in
free,
front of
please.
thousands and thousands of viewers.
don't don't say that, Ludo.
No, what?
No,
What
because
support
you
is available if you get stuck during the week? Oh, I love that question. Let me actually
me
take a
too.
stab at that one.
Get it.
We have three circles
Woo.
of
One,
support.
two, three.
Three circles.
One, two,
The very
three.
first one is your instructor. Right? You
Huh?
have a dedicated instructor. That person is on Slack, available to you when you're stuck. You're in a classroom of maximum 15 students. So you ping your instructor.
Exactly.
If the instructor is not available, or you want more and faster, blah blah blah, you have the second circle. The second circle is your classmates. You are with 15 other students. Actually, we have four circles now that I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
break it out.
yeah,
Break it
yeah,
out towards
yeah.
the
Actually,
end.
four.
Yeah.
We have
Okay.
four now. So the
Okay.
second
So
one is your classmates. You have
okay.
15 students. You learn with them. On Saturdays, you are following the same class. You have the same instructor. You're going to ask your classmates. Second
Mhm.
circle. Third circle is beyond your classmates. We have actually multiple classes going on at the same time, but they're all starting at the same time. They're all ending at the same time. So you're going to learn Bootstrap with your instructor and 15 classmates. There's going to be another Bootstrap course right beside you with another instructor and another set of 15 people. And you're all communicating together into the Bootstrap channel. So you have that circle as well. So you go from one person to support you to 15 people to support you to, I don't know, 250 people to be available to support you. If that's not enough, you have the fourth circle of support, which is the whole Nucamp community, like every
Exactly.
instructor,
All of
every
them. All
student,
of them.
every graduate, and they're chiming in. They're like, they want to help. They usually love to help. So that's your fourth circle. So you start with your instructor. Or actually, sometimes you start with your classmates, whatever, and then you go through those things. And sometimes you just post in the in
The
general
general.
channel,
Yeah.
and you see who
Exactly.
baits. You see who takes the bait. And so that's it. I hope it was helpful, Diane. But yeah, you have plenty of support. I think there's a ton of ton of students who do their reviews online that are calling out our community and our instructors for that reason.
Mhm.
All right. Yes. Thank you for all the questions. A silent follower. We see you now, Lazaro. I'm preparing myself with some fundamentals before enrolling in the full stack program, which starts in January. I should still wait to register, correct? You have plenty of time. You want to register no later than subtract 14 days from January 17th. That's January 13th. If you register before that, like on the 12th, you'll have access to the early bird for that for the full stack, so you'll be fine. You can, yeah. So you have plenty of time to register, definitely. Or should I say it? I'll say it. It's gonna, yeah. Well, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday are coming up pretty soon. So I'm just saying that may be a good time to register. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if you've been following us for a few years, you know that we always do something on those dates. So I'm shooting myself. I mean, we're shooting ourselves in the foot by announcing it, considering, well, we're trying to get people registered for next week. But
Exactly.
there you go. That's another one. So if you want to join Drew and I don't think you can click that, but url.nucamp.co/dialin. We don't have that many people that take us up on that. Huh?
Mhm.
Mostly people are shy. But you'll be there. You'll be with us. We'll do a setup like this one. Well, that's not going to change anything. But yeah, we'll bring you on and like this one. Well, we'll look like this, and we'll have a chat.
Yeah. And then you'll be there too. And then you get to ask your
Exactly.
question live.
Oh, cool.
Boeing, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out. Yeah,
Shout
shout
out
out
to
Sana.
Boeing, a great partner of ours indeed. We've
Mhm.
had a lot of successful students actually from Boeing. Pacific Northwest, woohoo!
Yeah.
uh, awesome. Well, you know what? Hey, that's the thing. Let me plug in something
Oh, the
here.
business.
Yeah,
The business.
exactly, right?
Yeah. Okay, shoot,
So
go for
here's
it.
the
Go for it.
deal. If you already have a job at a company, any company,
Mhm.
that company is gonna have the tuition that pay for your bootcamp with us pretty much covered by the IRS. So every company gets to deduct from their tax the amount they pay to their employees for education. They need to create what you're seeing here, an educational assistant program. We actually have a template. So if your company doesn't have one, you just give them the template, fill in the boxes, boom, you have an educational assistant program now. And if they pay for your tuition, they're going to get that money back or deducted from their taxes. That's a huge deal. And so you can pay from your own pocket. Actually, you can register now and then get your company to pay afterwards, and we'll refund you, or use the receipt you get from us and ask your company to reimburse you directly. But that's a big deal. Like, you don't necessarily have to pay from your own pocket if your company is willing to do something like that. You can even do this. Let me show you. You can create an account here, like you can create your own invoice pretty much. Say, hey, company, I want to register to web dev and full stack. You're going to create your invoice and you're going to send that invoice to your contact in HR. You're going to say, hey, this is for me. This is for Ludo Fourrage. I mean, your name, obviously, Ludo at nucamp.co. You're going to create the invoice. We're going to send you that invoice and send that invoice to your HR manager. If they pay that invoice using check, credit card, ACH, you'll get a coupon code that will have you register for free. That's simple. We don't talk about it that much, but yeah, it's a great way actually to pay for your tuition if you're already employed and if your company is open to this. And that's how actually we Boeing is doing this. Oh, hey.
We got.
All right.
Hey, Ave, what's up, man?
Hey, Ave, how are you doing? Oh, you check your mic. Check your mic.
Can't hear you.
You're not going through. Yeah, the gear. There's a gear somewhere, and I see you have the whole setup. So you must.
Yeah. No, I think something is grabbing your microphone. We can't hear you right now. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to fix it.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, what's up, Ave?
What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, this is my recording stereo. I do audio engineering.
Yeah. Oh, you want to mute the other tab?
Yeah.
You probably have the tab with us playing and streaming.
Yeah, see, you can tell he's the audio engineer because he fixed it just like that. Yeah. He knows what's up already.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. We're good.
Okay. What's going on? How y'all doing?
Good. It's good to have you here. So tell us about your journey. Tell us about what you were doing what you're doing at Boeing, and what brought you to Nucamp. And of course, we are ready to answer any of the questions you have.
Okay, it's a little delayed, so I'm gonna try and do this without confusing everybody and myself.
That's all cool. Cool.
So hold on, wait. Let me see something. Gosh, I have to turn one of these down real quick.
Go for it.
Go for it.
All right. There's a echo cancellation. Show advanced options. Auto gain control. All right. Let me see. I can hear myself and it's like throwing me off. That's why.
Do you wanna fix it and then come back? You should fix it and come back.
Yeah.
And don't listen to us on YouTube. Listen to us in Restream.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, or just mute that tab that you have on YouTube.
Okay, I think we're good now. I just
perfect.
YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Because if you listen to us on YouTube, there's a kind of a 5-6 second delay. Yeah, and it's going to be a big deal. Yeah, we can hear you, and apparently you hear us without the delay now.
Yeah, it's perfect now.
Oh, there you go. Hey.
All right. So originally, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I live in Seattle now.
Cool.
I've been I've been like dabbling a little bit in software engineering. I was a computer science major at LIU, Brooklyn. What was this, back in like 2012? I went there for a year and then I got into entertainment. And I was dancing for a long time, from like 2012 professionally to like 2018, up until like COVID started. I lived
Yeah.
in LA for a year in 2019 and then moved here. I got to live in China 2017. I was on a dance tour. And after all of that, I came back around to like software engineering, and I ended up going to Bowen because of the pandemic and stuff like that. So I kind of like
Mhm.
got out of entertainment for a little bit. I record music, and my actual name is Uriel. My artist name is Ave, and I
Okay.
record music here. And
Mhm.
I got into mixing and mastering music. And
Mhm.
so I'm a sealer at Boeing. So I seal the planes, the body of the plane together. And I've been with them for about 7 months, and they have the education assistance program. And I was, there's so many different options for funding
Yeah.
with Boeing. So this was one, and I seen Nucamp, and I was actually going to go to UW, and I was like, I honestly don't want to do 4 years.
Yeah.
I have some friends at Google and Microsoft, and one recommended, he said, hey, you should actually try, a coding boot camp. And he knows some people who's at Google who's actually gone through it. So I was like, you know what, New Camp sounds like a good option. Let me look into the full stack. And I have a little bit of background, with some front end stuff. And yeah, I seen it and I was like, all right, full stack. Bowen paid for it, and it just worked out perfectly. So
That's
I would,
awesome.
I'm
Hey, you have the
feeling
perfect life. I mean, I want your life. I want to,
Yeah.
dance and then go to China and then, with a background in computer science, why not? And then live in Brooklyn and then Seattle. That sounds like a great deal. I mean, I wouldn't mind going back to those years.
It's been fun. It's been fun. I was one of my friends. Teresa Ting. I used to choreograph for this artist named Sandflower, and she's on Netflix right now on that 47 Ronin movie that's on
Oh
there,
yeah.
part two. So the girl that's right on the cover, she plays the guy's niece. That's like one of my best friends, and
Oh,
she just
that's
got
awesome.
a lead role in the movie. And I was just talking to her yesterday. I'm like, I think I want to get back into the entertainment. You just kind of sparked this back into,
Yeah.
with me. So, um, after I finish this boot camp out, I think I'm gonna just hop back into that and finish the
You
entertainment
know
stuff.
what? You could plan to blend both of those worlds by being an influencer.
Mhm.
There's a ton of influencers on YouTube that are talking about programming, being an entertainer and an influencer, and actually kind of maybe marrying the two.
Hmm.
Maybe Mr. Beast of coding on YouTube.
Oh, I can imagine. Mr. Beast.
um, there's a ton of people who have a background in music. We have a lot of music teachers actually that have been telling us how similar they find learning to code to learning music or teaching music. So I think you have probably all the right skills, and then obviously the fact that you have a computer science degree is definitely not
well,
gonna hurt.
well, actually, I didn't finish out the computer science degree. I got my degree in digital animation,
Yeah.
and then I started computer science.
Oh, I
And
see.
entertainment kind of took me out of school. Also, I was on a partial scholarship for track, so I was a triple
Okay.
jumper, and I got partial scholarship to LIU. Once that was up, I couldn't afford it because I didn't realize it was a private school at the time. I just know they was giving me money to go to school, and
Yeah.
then once I wasn't eligible anymore, I realized I was like, oh, this is a pretty expensive school because it's a private school, and then I just fully got into the acting and the dancing and the modeling and stuff, and yeah, now I'm like, let me just jump back in it. I have the opportunity, to get in it, and this, new camps just seem, and then y'all on here, y'all doing a live thing, and everything seems really good. And I did have a question
Oh,
when
go for it.
yeah, so pretty much um, so I would like, there was like YouTube University, and then you have all of the other things like Udemy, where you're trying to teach yourself how to do these things and stuff. And I was thinking about like the instructor led videos and stuff like that, the pre-recorded videos. And I was wondering like what is the success rate of students actually learning, and getting through the program with
Yeah.
these, versus something in person,
Mhm.
and or yeah, something in person or online. that's live with the instructor? Like, what is like the success rate as far as
Yeah.
like someone learning just with the pre-recorded videos, and you have Saturday to kind of sum up everything with the
Yeah.
instructor?
It's a great, I mean, it actually goes to the pedagogy that we created with Nucamp, and why actually we created it. Let's just touch briefly on, you mentioned Udemy.
Hmm.
Um, Everybody knows, great to start. Everyone has, a back room dusted full of Udemy courses that they did not finish. So great to get started, very affordable. But just 3% of people really finish learning on just online. The what we've created with Nucamp is bringing together a dedicated instructor and 15 students, so that you really feel part of a classroom, and it's part-time. And this whole thing is so that you actually feel the motivation to complete, because you're with 15 other students during the journey. So your full stacks, 22 weeks, you're going to get to know them, you're going to get to know the community, you're going to appreciate your instructor, and so that's what's going to keep you is going to keep you going. The success rate right now, actually, if you go to our website, well, let me pull it.
Okay.
There you
And
go.
with the instructor that you get throughout the week, you only meet with them on Saturday as a live session. Do
Yes.
you actually interact with them? Because it's just pre-recorded videos throughout the week. So how would that work? Like, say if if you have a question, I would guess you would have to do your own research on these things that you're learning throughout the week.
Your instructor is available actually throughout the week, and you are in the Slack channel just with your instructor.
It's like,
And
okay,
they also schedule office hours. So you're going to hear them, yeah, I'm available that time, that time.
okay,
Mhm.
But pretty much during the week, you're really engaged with your instructors, your classmate, on the material that you're learning at your own pace. What I want to show you is this. So our graduation rate right now, and you can actually go back in time. So um, in July with the holidays, 67%, 71. We're at 71% right now, 74% for the last two cohorts. So
Mhm.
74% of people are actually graduating. So
okay.
26% dropping off. And then job skills rate is 78% after 9 months. 70, oh, actually it's the same right now, between 6 and 9 months. September, we're at 76% after 6 months and 79% after 9 months. If you're thinking about what's the difference with in person, I think that completion rate is actually super high because you are in that environment. In person probably will be slightly higher. I mean, if you were to go to on campus, 9 to 5 every day, I guess you probably will be at a 80% completion rate instead of the 70 that we have, maybe 85%. But I think that will be the quote unquote the only difference. It is different to go in, to do it in person. Obviously, the immersion is
Sure.
different, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
But it is, if you can afford to be in person, and if you can afford to just take 2 months, 3 months out of your life in a way, and just go full time. That's the main difference. Full time is great if you can.
Absolutely.
Immersive experience is. I mean, there's a lot to say about this.
yeah. So me, like I work at Boeing, so like I'm working 5 in the morning to about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and
Yeah,
these classes and stuff, they kind of work because it's like in the evening, and then you have the live class on Saturday, which is cool. So
that's right.
Mhm.
So that you can actually learn at your own pace during the afternoon. Ask
absolutely,
any
yeah.
questions you have, and then on Saturday you have your instructor. Yeah,
Gotcha. So the class, so the pretty much you go into the Slack room, and that's where you ask, more in-depth questions, on
that's right.
something that you may be confused about, or something like that.
That's
Yeah.
right.
No,
You
but
probably missed
but for,
if you. Yeah, go for it, Drew. Sorry.
oh no, but for sure, Ave. I mean, like with all the additional things that you do on the side, like
Hmm.
there is going to be compromises that are going to have to be made if you want to actually pursue this. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
of course. Yeah,
yeah.
there's.
So
I already said like this is going to be the my primary goal because this I can do in my sleep. So this right
okay.
here, 6 8 months. Yeah, 6 or 8 months, I can focus in on this and just get it done because this is something I've been really wanting to do. So
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Sounds good.
awesome.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, and you see Joseph here. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but some feedback on the Saturday workshops and what they bring to you. Hey, Have,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us.
Oh yeah,
So
of
when do
course.
you start again?
Sorry.
When do you start?
When do I start? Oh, so I'm gonna start. You talking about for the course, right? The November 21st full
Yeah,
stack.
yeah.
Yeah. So November 21st.
Okay.
The full stack web development and mobile.
Okay, cool. Well, when you're on the Slack channel, just say hi, okay?
Make
Oh,
sure to
will
make some
do.
noise, man.
Mention me, say hi, say hey, we chatted on the Campfire. We'd love
Yep.
to say hi as well.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good one. I can't
You
wait
take care.
to start. We'll speak soon.
Yeah,
See
we're
ya.
excited. All right,
All
man.
right.
Shoot.
Bye.
That's pretty cool. I wish more
Yeah,
people were joining us like
man.
that. I love it. All right. Hey, so thank you for everyone attending either on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook. You can ask your questions live online. We're seeing Fernando here. So I think we probably missed a question here.
Fernando. You see.
Fernando. So, uh, oh, I think the question from Fernando is, can I learn JavaScript or Python on my phone?
Hmm.
Sort
Yeah,
like of
there's
Duolingo, for HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
there's a
That's
whole
a,
bunch. There's like
yeah,
Mimo. There's
right.
what else is there?
Mimo, that's right. I
Yeah.
was just told about Mimo today, actually.
Mhm. Even
It's
Brad talks about that too, like in the Slack. Just
yeah,
to
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
keep
Let,
up
let
on
me
the.
actually show the screen.
Yeah.
Mimo. See, get it on Apple Store, Google Play. Yeah, that's a good one.
It makes me wonder what language it was written in. It was probably written. Do you think it was written in React Native?
I don't know. Maybe actually, yeah, it's a great question.
Yeah.
Um, Hey, so I want to talk about a few things as well, Drew. I mean, you've seen the
Sure, go for it.
headlines, right? It's things are going pretty crazy right now
Yeah.
with Facebook and the metaverse, down 20%. Amazon, Google, Microsoft
Hmm.
not making great headlines right now.
Yep.
Uh, I know it's a time where people are wondering, well, should I really invest in learning to code? I mean, all those companies, those big tech companies,
Hmm.
seem to be slowing down. What does that mean for me? Uh, and we're seeing all those headlines, right?
Hmm.
And I want to talk about that a little bit. It's actually, well, first, it's bad news for those companies, and there's
Of
probably a lot
course.
of employees over there that are stressing out, right? Am I going to be the next one to be let go?
For sure.
So not a fun time. But if you're looking for your next job and you're actually, like most people here, starting or in the process of learning to code,
Hmm.
the timeline is going to really be in your favor. And actually, for you, now is the best time to join and register and learn to code. Because what's happening right now is it's not that there's less of a need of software engineers.
Uh-uh.
The need is still going up. We're still going to need more of those. It's just that the economy doesn't allow those companies to capture on that. And so all those jobs that are being frozen right now,
Hmm.
all those people that are unfortunately maybe losing their position, those companies that are doing it in 12 months, in 18 months, maybe earlier, they're going to be craving for new people. They're going to be craving for those software engineers that they could
Hmm.
not bring in or they had to let go. And so right now it feels like it's kind of in a vacuum, and it's like it sucks the oxygen, and it sucks the energy out of the room and the industry. But if you learn now, if you start to learn now, and if you commit to being ready in 12 months, which most people that are joining today, that's the timeline they should have, right? It's 12 months
Yeah.
out, 18 months out. When you're there with the skills, with a project portfolio ready to go,
Hmm.
it's going to be the best time for you to actually be in that position.
Yeah.
I will say that last year wasn't the best time because everybody was doing it. Uh, there was an abundance of junior developers on the market, and it was very competitive. If you start now, you're going to be in a much less competitive space with much greater job postings in 12 to 16 months.
Exactly.
So I thought, I mean, I know it's kind of counterintuitive. I mean, what do you think,
Not
Drew? How would
necessarily. Well, I mean, as long as we could continue to, I guess, consume media and like all these different things, as long as we have problems that we still could solve using programming languages, then there's always going to be, like you've mentioned it like plenty times before. There's always going to be the peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
So right now is we're it feels like the lowest low. We don't know how low it's going to go and how long it's going to stay there, but eventually what goes down has to come up and vice versa. So like you said, as long as you put in the time and the effort to prepare yourself now, there'll probably be a lot less competition when that peak comes again, and you just want to be ready with that solid portfolio, with the knowledge base, and the yeah, like the portfolio,
Yeah.
and being able to show them what you're capable of doing, and just constantly improving yourself and
That's right.
reinforcing. Yeah, just you've already said it many times before, so I'm
Yeah.
just kind of reiterating what you've already said. So
The other thing is, you cannot be blinded by headlines. I mean, that
yeah,
those headlines are there because they are clickbaits, and they're
exactly.
making
And
news,
we're
right?
always,
And for good
yeah,
reasons. I mean,
exactly.
Facebook losing 20% overnight is a big news, and so of course, we're going to
Of
write
course.
and talk about it, and I'm talking about it. But
Mhm.
here's the deal as well: your next job is most likely not in those companies, anyways. Like your
Yeah.
very first dev job is not going to be at Facebook or Google or Microsoft,
Mhm.
most likely,
Yeah.
right? The selection criteria over there is super tough. The competition is ferocious. Your first position is going to be local. It's going to be a smaller company. It's going to
Mhm.
be a brick and mortar company that has an IT department and needs to really go digital. And so
Exactly.
don't overthink the fact that, hey, those big companies, Facebook is losing 20%, they're freezing hiring. That's okay. You are not going to waste too much energy trying to get there anyways. So think about your local market, local community, your city, your state, what jobs are available over there, and you'll find that there's plenty of people still hiring.
For
So
sure.
that's that as
Yeah.
well.
For sure.
All right. So anyone on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube wants to ask us questions, now's the time.
Oh, I think it's great. Yep.
Yeah, and I
Even
think
Lazaro agrees too.
yeah,
Yeah,
and maybe oh, there we go.
exactly.
We have Victoria with us. Victoria, are you ready to come on the show?
Oh, hey,
Let's
nice,
do this.
cool.
All right.
Two and one. Wow, it's
Yeah.
never happens. Hi, Victoria.
Wow. Wait, let's.
You're good. We
Hi.
can hear you. Hi.
Hey,
Okay,
Victoria.
you're just figuring. Okay. I'm figuring out. I'm figuring delay and everything. I just
Yeah,
muted
that's
Oh,
tough.
yeah.
YouTube
So
like the
you
other.
want to mute YouTube?
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Okay, where to? Right. My question was that I'm thankful for what all of you guys are doing. I'm starting at like a select rehab, and then I'm like, oh, it's being a physical therapy. And then I'm like, hey, should I ask them for help pay for this boot camp because it's a healthcare company? And I'm like, they have developers too.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So there's a ton of companies that are going to be interested in helping with your education.
Mhm.
Uh, Earlier, we talked about, there's actually incentives for them to do that. You should definitely ask them. I mean, they may be interested in helping, or they may not. But you're also right. Being able actually to bring people who know the company know, what the company does, your healthcare company, and actually bringing them over into the software department is a great way to promote people internally and also leverage your skills. So it's actually a great, I would say, if you're thinking, how am I going to convince them to pay for my tuition? You got it. That's exactly what I would say. Hey, I can actually bring everything I know to your software departments, to your software engineers. I've been doing this. And actually, let me ask you, Victoria, what do you do today for them? What do you do today for that company?
I didn't like start with them yet. I'm like doing home health
Okay.
with two other like home health companies, which I like over, hey, how do I like there should be some sort of software that could track all these soup visits that I have to do, and um like the 30-day visit, the like every fifth visit has to be a soup visit, and I always get confused. I just have an Excel spreadsheet to keep track.
So you're actually, it's even better, because as a customer of that company, you know exactly, and you just shared with us, you know exactly what they're missing. And they're missing an app, a piece of software that, because your customer will make, will be a life changer, or will actually be very successful for them. And so you can bring that knowledge to them and say, hey, as a coding bootcamp student, my portfolio project will be to think about that problem, and I will have the skills to build that mobile app or that website that will do exactly what I felt was needed as a customer. And that's very
As
powerful.
a therapist, right? And then like I'm just like, oh my god, if I could like have that solution, like there's my job, right? Like,
That's great. So
and
yeah,
then
let us know if we can help. The Often if the company wants to hear from us, sometimes they are going to want an invoice or a quote to help pay for the tuition. Let us know. Like, send an email. If you send an email to info@nucamp.co, chances are Drew is going to pick it up. Let me actually. Do we have that link? Oh, geez. Do we have it? We don't have. Oh, there you go. Info@nucamp.co. Chances are it's going to be Drew on the other line. So if that company that could help you with the tuition has questions for us, needs paperwork or anything like that, send us an email and we'll work directly with them.
okay, sounds good.
Thank you for joining the show, Victoria.
Yeah. Thank you for your question, Victoria.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
And good luck with the tuition assistance, and we hope to see you soon.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's
That was
cool.
nice.
All right. What else can we talk about, Drew? Do you have anything top of mind? Something
I
you
don't
want to
know.
share, something funny that happened like during one of your conversations, or interesting or different?
Well,
I
I
know you
mean,
talk to so
like,
many people all the time.
yeah. Well, I mean, I thought you were gonna hit me with the, well, what are the top 3 questions that everyone's been asking this
There you
week?
go. I
I
am.
mean,
I am right now.
no, oh, you are okay. So obviously, the at the very top of the list is always gonna be the, where should I start my journey? Like, what should I do before I do the fundamentals? But coming at a close second place is like, I really love your curriculum. It fits what I need. Like, it works with my schedule. But how is it that you're able to offer this at such a, obviously they use a different term, but I'll just say
Oh,
affordable, like,
oh yeah. Really?
like
They still
affordable
ask the
price.
question?
They
Like,
still ask
too
that,
good to
like,
be true?
they're skeptical. Yeah,
Oh,
skeptics.
jeez.
I mean, but that's to be expected. You know what I mean? Especially, the topic that you brought up, just like, everything that's going on around
Yeah.
the tech industry. So, it's understandable.
That's
But
crazy, though. We've been around for 5 years, more than 5 years now. And I hoped that at some point, the too good to be true type of
Yeah.
concern.
That's never gonna go away. That's never
You
gonna go away,
think?
Ludo.
I really hoped it will
It's
go
gonna
away at
take
some point.
it's gonna take a while. It's
Yeah.
gonna take a while for people to understand, like,
My
you know,
dream is that this new price point becomes the new normal. Like actually,
yeah,
I want to flip the narrative. I want people to look at the more expensive bootcamp.
and be like, how come you can't
Exactly,
do
right?
this
How
like
come you're
these
so
guys?
expensive?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
this is the thing that's kind of bizarre to me in the United States, in this country, coming from France, where education is free.
Exactly. Healthcare's free there too, right?
That's right. Healthcare is free as well. And I mean, you pay huge taxes.
No,
I
I
mean,
know, yeah, but
yeah,
still, but
yeah, what's that, right? What's that? But here's the thing: everyone has become numb to the super high cost of education, and we talk about it, and we talk about it under the student loan problem. So it's a loan problem. It's not a loan problem. It's the cost of education problem. There will not be a student loan problem if the cost of education was way less.
Mhm.
And everybody is like, it's okay, it's normal. That's the way things goes. And then what blows my mind as well is, yes, coding boot camps are kind of more affordable, but they're also shorter. So a coding boot camp that's 3 months long and costs 20 grand, it's a it's it's an 80 grand. It's an 80 grand a year almost.
That's
Right?
crazy.
Actually, let's say 760 grand. It's still a ton of money for the time spent. It's a huge amount of money.
It is.
And I was really hoping, in my naive way of thinking, that we were going to change the narrative, and all of a sudden people will question why the other guys are more expensive.
Doesn't make you naive, Ludo.
I
But
don't know.
yeah, no, that doesn't mean you're naive.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Anyways, Krista, thank you for your support as always. Love to seeing you here. Yeah.
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 Supporter.
I mean,
Hey.
I'll say something. There's a little bit of nuance. If you're delivering a 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. in-person coding bootcamp, with tons of instructor support locally in person,
Mhm.
I think those bootcamps deserve, and actually cannot probably afford, to do anything but the price that they're charging. Maybe still, I mean, not 30K, but not our price point, right?
Mhm.
If you have to pay the rent, if you have to pay full-time instructors, many of them, and you have a whole in-person infrastructure, that justifies a higher price point. But geez, if you're just online like we are and you're charging the same prices, that's where it gets crazy for me. It's like,
Mhm.
how come?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
when you're thinking about joining a full-time online bootcamp, you have to realize you are, as a student, the only person really full-time.
Mhm.
Like, you don't have an instructor waiting for you 8 hours a day,
Yeah,
being full-time
exactly.
with you. No, we are going to deliver a live session for 2 hours on a Monday, on maybe not every day. And that's it. They're part-time. They're not full-time with you. They're part-time. You are the only person
Exactly.
full-time.
Yeah.
And you're paying full-time online. So that blows my mind. But yeah, if you're considering coding boot camps and paying that amount of money, you better pay that amount of money for an in-person experience full-time. Otherwise, something's wrong. Yeah, tons of money, and yeah.
Exactly. And no one can do that. No one can do that, Jeremy. No one can guarantee you, like, even a college
Yeah.
cannot guarantee you a job. You know what I mean? They can guarantee you that they're going to teach you the skills that are required to attain that job and hold that job, but they cannot. Even
There was a
colleges can't
video.
do that.
There was a video
Good point,
from
Jeremy.
Jeff Delaney. It's Fireship, and he's making fun of a job guarantee that says, "Hey, you're not going to pay us anything if you get a job for 50 grand a year." And he's like, "Well, you get a 45,000 job at McDonald's." So yeah, great.
Exactly. Yeah, great.
Yeah,
Exactly.
if
But
you make 50,000, which is almost what you get if you work at Microsoft, you're gonna owe us 30 grand. How about that? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. All right. Hey,
that's not fair.
we're on time. Thank you,
Oh, we
everyone, for
are. Oh,
showing up.
all right. Yeah,
Thank you for
thank
all
you,
your
everyone.
questions, and I hope we were able to answer them. to your liking.
No,
Thank you,
understand.
Javi. It was great to see you. Thank you, Krista. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Victoria, for joining live as well. That was pretty fun.
Yes.
I have to say, Krista, you have to join at some point. You've been
Yeah,
with us for so
Krista,
long. You've
man.
been a pillar of the community, I will say, at this point in time.
Pretty
So
much.
I
Like
hope to
she's
see you on live, on this stage
Whew.
at some point. All right,
Please, please.
Drew, have a great weekend. Have a great
All
weekend,
right.
everyone. Great to
Till
see
next
you.
time.
Take care.
All right, shoots.